Have you ever heard of time travel? Not the kind from movies or sci-fi books, but something far more real and unsettling. Imagine boarding a plane, settling in for a routine flight, and then suddenly, without any warning, finding yourself completely alone on that very same plane. No crew, no passengers, just you. And then, just as quickly, you're back with the crowd, as if nothing had happened. What would you think? Was it a dream, a glitch in reality, or something even more mysterious? Today, we're diving into the chilling story of Kerry Eden, a psychic who claims she accidentally time-traveled on a flight to Boston. Stay with us as we unravel this eerie experience that defies explanation. Kerry Eden had always been different. A psychic medium by birth, she spent her life attuned to the unseen, guided by spirits, and helping others connect with the beyond. At 44 years old, she was no stranger to the strange, the inexplicable. But nothing could have prepared her for what happened on a seemingly ordinary flight to Boston. The day began like any other. Kerry boarded her connecting flight, familiar with the routine. As someone who required assistance due to a disability, she was one of the first to board. The cabin was relatively busy, but there was an air of calm. The kind of peace that comes when everything is just as it should be. She made her way to her seat in business class, where the atmosphere was unexpectedly warm. The passengers around her were unusually friendly, chatting with her as if they were old friends. It struck her as odd, but in a good way. Kerry felt a sense of being blessed, surrounded by positive energy. As she settled in, a flight attendant approached her with a simple request. A fellow passenger wanted to sit with someone they knew, and Kerry, always accommodating, agreed to switch seats. She moved without a second thought, feeling the motion of people boarding behind her. She took out her boarding pass, intending to tuck it away in her handbag, and that's when it happened. In the blink of an eye, everything changed. The once bustling cabin was eerily empty. The friendly chatter had ceased, and the only sound was the faint hum of the plane's systems. Kerry looked up, confused, her heart beginning to race. Where had everyone gone? She was certain she had seen people just moments ago, but now she was completely alone. Before she could make sense of it, a female flight attendant appeared beside her. There was no explanation, no acknowledgement of the strange emptiness around them. The attendant simply asked Kerry to leave the aircraft. Bewildered, but with no other option, Kerry gathered her belongings and stepped off the plane. As she entered the tunnel, she was met with a sight that sent shivers down her spine. The very passengers she had just seen on the plane were now queuing up to board, as if they had never been on the flight at all. The entire sequence of events felt like a bizarre, disjointed dream. Kerry rejoined the queue, her mind racing with questions. She eventually boarded the plane again, and from that moment on, everything was normal. The flight proceeded without incident, and she arrived at her destination without further disruptions. But the encounter left her shaken, her thoughts haunted by the impossible scenario she had just experienced. Was it a hallucination, a figment of her imagination, or had she truly slipped through time, experiencing a phenomenon known as a time slip? For Kerry, a seasoned psychic who had spent her life navigating the spiritual realm, the explanation felt more paranormal than psychological. Reflecting on the incident, Kerry couldn't shake the feeling that something, or someone, had intervened. Perhaps spirits had paused time to correct a mistake, or maybe she had glimpsed a reality where something had gone terribly wrong, only to be pulled back before it could take effect. Kerry's experience remains a mystery, one she struggles to explain even to herself. For now, it stands as a chilling reminder that reality might not be as stable as we believe. Time slips, as Kerry calls them, are rare, but for those who experience them, they are as real as the ground beneath our feet. So, the next time you board a plane, take a moment to look around. You never know when you might find yourself in the middle of a time slip, caught between moments, in a reality that isn't quite your own.